Bungie is in crisis. The final shape delayed, marathon delayed, and worst of all, mass layoffs at the studio. So what does this mean for the future of Bungie and its games? Well, let's talk about it. Chapter 1. What the fuck is going on? Back in July 2022, Sony purchased Bungie for $3.6 billion for its games, obviously, Destiny, Marathon and future projects, and for its expertise in the live service space. As we all know, Destiny is an extremely profitable live service game, stuffed with lucrative microtransactions and a decade's worth of DLC. Bungie has a proven track record of making serious money from a live service game, and so who better than Bungie to advise other studios on how to replicate this success? And that's why Sony pays such a hefty price tag to acquire Bungie. You see, Sony has its own grand ambitions in this live service space, investing a huge 60% of its budget in live service games. Now, many of Sony's big budget studios are working on multiplayer live service games, for example, Naughty Dog's Last of Us 2. Now, interestingly, Sony asked Bungie to evaluate Naughty Dog's multiplayer project. The verdict? Not good. Bungie raised questions about the game's ability to keep players engaged for a long period of time, and so this project has been drastically delayed with rumors of cancellation. In fact, Naughty Dog has since laid off at least 25 employees. And this is just the very tip of the iceberg. This entire year has been plagued with mass layoffs. Microsoft, BioWare, Epic Games, Ascendant Studios, Media Molecule all have seen layoffs totaling over a staggering 11,000 employees. Which brings us to Bungie, another name which sadly joins the long list of studios impacted by major layoffs. This includes the world-renowned composer Michael Salvatore, a living legend among Halo and Destiny fans. According to a news report, Bungie has cut an estimated 100 jobs. So then, what caused this current crisis at Bungie? Did Sony overextend its reach with its acquisition of Bungie and its focus on the live service space, a gamble that may not have paid off? Or are all these layoffs symptomatic of a wider industry recession? Or is Bungie itself accountable? Former Destiny community manager DMG blames Bungie's layoffs on poor management and poor decisions. And according to an anonymous source from Forbes journalist Paul Tassi, the layoff decisions came directly from Bungie, not Sony. However, the most compelling evidence comes from a news report that reveals Destiny is making far less money than expected, 45% less to be precise. Now, the CEO of Bungie, Pete Parsons, cites weak player retention for Destiny 2 as the reason for this. In short, Bungie is making way less money because players are simply not sticking around to play the game, and so many staff members have been laid off as a result of this. Now, Bungie has also delayed the release of the final shape in order to improve the expansion, which Bungie hopes will increase player retention and make the studio more money. So yeah, let's talk about this delay in more detail. Chapter 2. Delayed games. Now, according to games journalist Jason Schreier, both the final shape and the new Marathon reboot will be delayed. So how will this impact players? Well, Season of the Witch lasts 3 months. Season 23 is also meant to last 3 months. But if the final shape has indeed been delayed to June 2024 instead of February 2024, that means Season 23 will now last 7 months. And if Bungie has no additional content to fill this gap, it'll be a pretty painful wait for the final shape. And of course, if the final shape is delayed, then it would be wise to assume that the episodic content that follows the final shape will also be delayed. And also, according to Jason Schreier, Bungie's Marathon reboot will be delayed from 2024 to 2025. So don't expect to see anything about this title for quite a while yet. Chapter 3. Papa Console. And guys, please subscribe to this channel, Papa Console, for daily content. Cheers.